Okay, sorry for the interruption. Back to pro-social behavior. Pro-social behavior is how people help each other and do things for the greater good. Engaging in violent or pro-social media can influence it positively or negatively. A meta-analysis of 98 studies with nearly 37,000 participants found that violent and pro-social video games have direct effects on their players. One scene in Friends involves Phoebe playing a Ms. Pac-Man video game. Phoebe is approaching the highest score but fails to reach it. She erupts into a frustrated barrage of obscenities just as Ross enters with his son Ben. This scene exemplifies the frustration that can come from even simple non-violent video games. Group behavior. A physical or psychological group of people can be considered a social group. An agglomeration is a psychological group of people at the same point in space and time. De-individuation is a reduced state of self-awareness and concern over social evaluation. Zimbardo demonstrated that when people are anonymous, the tendency to act aggressively increases more than when they are not anonymous. A funny scene depicting de-individuation is when Monica makes candy for all the neighbors. They love her candy and she cannot meet the demand. A mob forms outside her door demanding candy. Caught up in the mob mentality is Joey. He joins the group and shouts demands for more candy. Social dilemmas. Situations when people in a group must weigh personal preferences against the need and expectations of the group are social dilemmas. Shahbaz Malik and Boyd McCandless experiment found that third graders who were enticed with a cash prize to reach a goal displayed an intervening effect. The children arranged things okay, the researchers arranged things so that another child's clumsiness would prevent them from reaching the goal. The children who were given a reasonable explanation for their child's clumsiness had less aggression toward this child. This experiment shows that intervention during provocation and reaction is essential in determining the amount of aggression that will result. Social dilemmas portrayed on Friends include when Ross and Rachel have a child together but are not romantically involved, when Ross and Rachel were on a break, and the apartment switch dilemma. Cultural relevance. Cultural relevance about obeying authority can be as straightforward as having respect for authority and self-preservation. Obeying a police officer sometimes can be an attempt not to become another police brutality statistic. Influences to obey depend on many things such as socioeconomic status, ethnicity, location, and others. The thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of people around us, real or perceived, influence our social and personal identities. Cultural contexts related to our personal and social identities include race, gender, and social orientation. Our identities may increase our chances of experiencing discrimination and stereotypes. On an individual level, this could result in an unwillingness to trust and engage with others. The promotion of connectedness comes from feelings of belonging, inclusion, and acceptance. Cultural artifacts such as Friends can make psychological theories more accessible to people. We can see social psychology in action. Relevant research helps us understand the elements behind the behavior. Potential career considerations. Knowing the negative and positive sides of social psychological principles, theories, and research, and how they relate to social thinking, social influence, and social relations can improve our lives and relationships. Social influence is real and powerful. Concepts such as appearance, learning, comparison, arguments, and communication are intertwined in our relations. An explanation comes from psychological theories such as the chameleon effect or group conformity. Various influential factors such as personal and social identities and cultural context affect social relations. Career considerations of the insight gleaned from this analysis and presentation show that individuals and groups are complex. Learning more about research and theories about the complexity of human beings can help one become better at their job and role. It can help one become better at relating to others, understanding others, and eliciting their desired outcomes. Over the past few decades, Excuse me. Various changes have occurred within social psychology and cultural scholars. DiMaggio's article, Culture and Cognition, resulted in a subfield of cultural sociology that integrates knowledge of how culture shapes social action and social relations. With this new subfield, new themes, questions, and puzzles are emerging and moving into new cognitive terrain. Research continues to be developed in this new subfield as we look forward to new ways to answer questions about why and how we behave. These new developments will surely be valuable in our professional and personal lives. That's it for the presentation. In closing, I'd like to acknowledge the support of Dr. Campbell. I thank you very much for your attention. And the following slides are my references.